I know you want to have a successful career. So do I. But there are 5 things you must have for a successful career. And today, we're going to talk about them. Stay tuned. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Tony R. Sanders, and you are watching The Happy Meter. In today's video, we're going to talk about the 5 foundations to a successful career. These are 5 things that everyone needs, regardless of who you are, where you're from, what you know, or what you do, if you want to have a successful career. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump into number 1. The first thing you need to have a successful career, the first foundation, if you will, is you need to be a self-developer. You need to be big on personal development. I'm going to give you the other 4. You can probably already see them in the timestamps below. But if you don't have this first one, none of it's going to matter. If you're not a personal developer, meaning if you're not willing to take your own time outside of what the company requires or outside of what you did in school to continue to learn, continue to grow, continue to get better at what you want to specialize in and what industry, what niche you decided to put your career into and stake your flag there. If you don't invest in yourself to get better, none of the other stuff is going to matter. Everything that you're going to need in your career, you're going to have to learn it. You don't just come out of the womb and be a great dentist or doctor or lawyer or HR person. It doesn't work that way. You have to be able to learn. So you have to be willing to read books or listen to audiobooks or watch the video series. You have to be willing to attend that online webinar or go to the conference or whatever it takes for you to learn the information that you need to be successful. You have to be willing to do that, and you have to be willing to invest in that on your own. And I don't just mean money. There are great apps like the Overdrive app where all you need is a library card and you have access to an entire digital library. There's literally no excuse. It's 2021, people. Make sure you're investing in your own personal growth and development. That's our number 1 success foundation. Let's go to number 2. Number 2, you need relationships. Your career is not going to go very far without relationships, and we'll talk about types of relationships a little bit later, actually one specific type of relationship, but your network is your net worth. You've heard that 1,000 times. When I'm coaching job seekers to try to help them find and do the work that they love, you know what we talk about? Relationships. Okay, you want to be an engineer. Perfect. How many engineers do you know? None? Okay. That's the first problem we need to fix. We need to get you close in proximity to what you want to do. 1, to see if you actually really want to do that. Sometimes you get closer to something and it looks different and you're like, whoa, I don't want to do that. But 2, you start to learn and gain information before you even step into that field. And once you step in that field, you have people that you can call on if you get stuck or if you need help or if you need a new job. A lot of times when you're in relationship with people and they're in the same industry as you, they can connect you with people that can help you find jobs in that same field. Maybe it's not them, but maybe it is. Maybe they can connect you with the person who can connect you with the person to help you find the next job that you're going to love. But you need those relationships. I cannot tell you how many times an opportunity or business or a job came from someone I had relationships with, whether they referred me to someone else or them themselves called me and say, hey, Tony. They called me and said, hey, Tony, we got some work for you. I want you to come teach this class on DISC or teach this class on leadership or accountability or whatever the case may be. Speaking of accountability, that's number 3, personal accountability. You have to have the ability to give an account for everything that you're responsible for. I know. See how I did that? Personal account. Okay. It doesn't matter. Listen, the point is this. No matter what happens in your career, you want it to be your fault. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm being honest, because if it's your fault, you are the problem. And if you're the problem, guess what? You're also the solution. So if you get fired, if you get laid off, if you get demoted, look at everything in that situation that was your fault, that was within your control, and then try to use that as fuel to make sure that that never happens again. That's a high level of personal accountability. One of the books I always recommend on this is The QBQ by John G. Miller. Make sure you check that out. I'll leave a link in the description so you can check it out. That book is great because it forces you to think about the question behind the question. The first question is always going to be, why did they do me like that? Why did this happen to me? The next question should be, okay, what could I have done different? Maybe I should have never worked at that job. Maybe before I applied, I knew I wasn't going to like it there. Now they fired me because I sucked because I didn't like it there. And so I probably should have never been there in the first place. Maybe the thing is, you know what? I didn't give my all. I got excited when I got the job and I was happy to have the title and happy to have the pay. And then I just kind of sat back and relaxed and didn't really put my all in it. But whatever it is, make sure you find out what was your fault in it, what you can control, and what you can do better the next time. That's personal accountability. Okay, let's take a quick break, not too long. I want to let you know that if you're liking this video right now, you need to like the video. A lot of you guys say, hey, I love the video, but you didn't like it. Like the video. That helps it get out to more people on YouTube. The other thing I want to let you know is if you want me to come to your organization and teach them, whether in person or virtually, success principles like this when it comes to your career, let me know. Send me an email, tony@thehappymeter.com. We can talk about leadership. I can do DISC. I'm a certified DDI facilitator. So if you want me to come out, let me know and I will be there. Let's jump back in with number 4. Numero 4. Okay, the fourth foundation to a successful career is your personal brand. Listen, I don't care how good you are at what you do, even though that's a part of your personal brand. I don't care what degree you have or what fancy smancy experience. You need to have a good personal brand. And that means a couple of different things to me. First of all, it means, what do people think of when they think of you? If you want to be the best direct to consumer marketer there ever was, when people think of you, they need to think of direct to consumer marketing. If you want to be the best facilitator there ever was, people need to think of you and say, that guy, that girl is a great facilitator. So that's the first thing. It needs to be about what people think about when they think of you. The other thing is this: how you treat people is important. There's so many times I've coached people and they're only focused on their job skills that they're paid for. They focus on, yeah, I get paid off this metric and this KPI, and this is where my bonus comes from. But they don't focus on how they treat people. When you look at job skills, it's so much bigger and broader than just the metrics you get paid for. It's how you communicate. It's how you connect with people. It's how early or late you show up to meetings. All of that plays a part in your job skills, but it also plays a major part in your personal brand. And so if you don't have a great, strong personal brand, you're not going to have a successful career. Now, a personal brand is not you posing or presenting yourself as something that you're not. I want to make that clear before we move on. When we talk about your personal brand, we're talking about letting the best parts of you shine through. That means that you want to put yourself in organizations, in situations where you can allow your skills and your passions to thrive in a way that people can look at that and say, oh, I know what she does and I know how I could utilize that. Because that's what you really want in your career. You want to be useful. You want to be useful. And so allowing your personal brand to flourish and to be out front allows people to know how they could use you or how they could help you. So number 4, personal branding. And then last but not least, number 5, drum roll, please. Come on, drum roll. Drum roll. Come on. Thank you. Mentorship. All the people that I know who have successful careers, when I talk to them, doesn't matter what age they are, they have mentors. Doesn't matter what level of business they're at. I know that people are running businesses that make millions of dollars a month. They still have a mentor. Why is that important? It's important because there's always another road ahead of you. No matter how far you've come, you still got more road to go. And so there are always people who have been down that road before. I talked to my brother the other day and I was saying sometimes when you climb to the top of one mountain, you look up and there's another mountain and you need another guide, another Sherpa to help you get to the top of the next mountain. That's what a mentor is. A mentor is a friend, a relationship that you can call on. You can send a text message to, an email to, have your weekly, bi-weekly, monthly one-to-ones to share some of the stresses, some of the concerns, some of the wins, some of the successes, some of the strategies that you want to utilize to take your career to the next level. It should be someone who has the type of success you want to have one day. That doesn't mean you can't learn from anywhere. I learn from every single situation in my life, or at least I try to. But when we're talking about a mentor for your career, you want to learn from someone who's done the walk that you're trying to do, who's gone down the road that you're trying to go down. And so when you think about mentorship, when you think about your personal brand, when you think about personal accountability, when you think about relationships, when you think about personal development, those are the 5 foundations of a successful career. And if you can do all 5 of those things, every day in your life. Put it in your individual development plan. Put it in your habits, your daily planner. If you could do those things, I promise you'll be working happy in no time. And that's what I want for you. I know you want it for yourself. If you like this video, I know you're going to love the next one. Until next time, peace.